The story you are about to hear is based on real events. Names and locations have been changed to protect the identity of those involved. It was 2:13 a.m. on a bone-cold Tuesday in late November. Jack Thompson had been driving trucks for over 2 decades, hauling goods across endless stretches of empty American highway. That night, he was crossing Highway 53 near western Kansas, where the horizon seems to vanish into nothing but shadows. The only sounds were the humming of the engine and the quiet crackle of his AM radio. Jack, a 45-year-old man with a heavy-set frame and kind, tired eyes, sipped lukewarm coffee from a battered thermos. He adjusted the heater's dial and leaned back, watching the white lines blur beneath his headlights. He hadn't passed another vehicle in over an hour. That's when he saw the silhouette. A man stood at the edge of the road, tall, motionless, with his thumb out. He wore a dark jacket, hood up, a backpack slung over one shoulder. Jack slowed the truck, more from instinct than decision. He wasn't in the habit of picking up hitchhikers, especially not at this hour. But there was something oddly still about the figure. Not desperate, not cold, just waiting. The man climbed in without hesitation. "Appreciate the ride," he said, voice low. "Name's Ethan." Jack gave a nod, half a smile. "I'm going as far as Oklahoma. You?" "Far enough," Ethan replied, and stared straight ahead. The cab fell silent, save for the faint hum of the tires and the occasional static on the radio. Jack tried small talk, asked if Ethan was traveling for work or family. The answers were short. No family, just needed to get away. Jack noticed Ethan's hands, large, weathered but grimy, nails blackened. There was a faint odor, like damp earth and old sweat, the kind that clings to someone who hasn't seen a bed in days. He told himself not to judge. The road stretched on, and Jack's unease began to bloom in the pit of his stomach. He glanced at the rearview mirror, catching Ethan's eyes, blank, unreadable, like looking into the eyes of a shut door. At mile marker 147, the radio host's voice cracked through static. Double quotes, ... Authorities are asking for help locating a suspect connected to a triple homicide in northwest Colorado. The individual is believed to be traveling on foot, male, midwinters. Jack turned his head slightly. Ethan didn't flinch. He just stared forward, fingers drumming lightly against his knee. The host went on. The suspect's height, the clothing, the backpack, it matched every damn detail. Jack's throat was dry. His mind was racing. Should he stop? Could he claim the truck had broken down? He gripped the steering wheel tighter. Then he saw a flash of metal from Ethan's backpack, the battered handle of a hunting knife. Ethan finally spoke. "You okay, Jack?" Jack forced a smile. "Yeah, I guess you're just tired. You look like you've seen a ghost." "Maybe I have," Jack muttered to himself. A rusted sign appeared at the roadside. Gas to 2 miles ahead. Jack signaled without thinking. Ethan turned his head, running low on fuel. "No," Jack replied. "Just need a break." His voice was tight. The gas station looked abandoned. One flickering light inside, barely revealing anything through the grime streaked windows. Jack stepped out of the cab. Snow crunched under his boots. Ethan stayed inside, watching silently, watching everything. Jack approached the payphone inside the station. His fingers trembled as he dialed 911. "Emergency services. Listen." "This is Jack Thompson. I'm a trucker. I'm on Route 53 with a guy in my cab. He matches the description from that radio bulletin exactly. ... double quotes. The operator asked for his location. As Jack turned to look out the window, he saw Ethan. Then a voice echoed, "Mr. Thompson, we can see you." It wasn't coming from the phone. It was inside the station. Ethan had entered, and he was smiling. "You know, Jack, people always realize too late." In his hand, a rusted pocket knife. Jack stumbled backward. Jack acted on pure instinct. He grabbed a wrench from a nearby shelf and backed away. Ethan lunged but slipped. Jack bolted out of the station and into his cab, slamming the door shut. He locked it. Turned the key. The engine groaned, then started. Ethan slammed his hand against the window. "You're just like the others, Jack. You can't believe what you've seen, but me, I'm just free." On the fogged-up glass, Ethan wrote a single word with his finger. "Next." Jack hit the gas and tore out onto the icy road, tires screaming. When he looked back, Ethan was gone. Jack didn't stop until he reached a small sheriff's station near the Oklahoma border. Officers took his statement. They returned to the location with him. There was no gas station, no phone booth, no Ethan, but the fogged word still remained on Jack's window. The one word, next. Jack Thompson never drove a rig again. In his dreams, he saw the same thing every night. A long, endless road, and a figure waiting by the roadside. Each time, the face looked more familiar. Maybe he was never just a passenger. Maybe the hitchhiker was the road itself, choosing who to take next. Maybe the next one is you. You've been listening to Hitchhiker Files. We'll see you down the road.